We already know the best teams.
But now we want to know
who is the best player in the world.
You have what it takes to be the best.
Latin,
Europe,
Asia,
China,
Africa,
North America. See you all in the arena.
The No-Tilt World Championship will have 4 stages. Everything starts with the 20-win challenge that will take place between July 23rd to July 26th. Only those who win the challenge will move on to the second stage. The second stage will separate players into 2 regions, East and West.
Hello, everybody, to the No-Tilt World Championship, Western Stage 3, Day 3. Hope you're all doing well. Hello, I'm Rich Slayton, caster for Clash Royale League, also here for the No-Tilt World Championships. Man, this is going to be a whole lot of fun. It's been a pretty crazy tournament so far. We'll get you some results, some standings if you're just joining us for the first time. Here's what's going on. A video we'll play in a few minutes that explains all the format stuff, how we got here, where we're going, how much money's on the line. But the most important thing is we are on day 3 of 8 straight days of amazing Clash Royale. 8 of the top players in the West. Of course, if you're waking up early in the morning, 8 of the top players in the East on the other side of the bracket in a full round robin, playing each of the other 7 within their side. Let's go ahead and check that out.
Stage 1 was the No-Tilt 20-win challenge. The winners are now in Stage 2, the qualifier brackets, where we have 8 East brackets and 8 West brackets of 1,024 players that will be streamed from semifinals to finals. The winners of Stage 2 will qualify to Stage 3, the group stage. We will have 1 East group of 8 players and 1 West group of 8 players that will battle in a single round-robin format. The 4 top players of each group will qualify to Stage 4, playoffs and grand final, where these 16 players will battle in a single elimination bracket to become the new Clash Royale champion of the world.
That's right, everyone fighting for a chance to be the new Clash Royale champion of the world. Everyone who had Clash Royale played, if they wanted to, in the 20-win challenge, but only about 3,000 plus, moved on to Stage 2, those big brackets. And of course, those were a crazy gauntlet, winning, I think, 8 or 9 best of 3s in a row, and then on top of that, 2 BO5s, just to get into that #1 spot, get those last 8 from your side, and now here we are with the Western side of it, and the action's been interesting so far. The big standouts, of course, and maybe not of course, maybe surprising to some of you, but it's been the German Schwarzen and Vitor from Portugal. Portugal was one of my sleeper picks overall for the No-Tilt Worlds earlier this year. Vitor, a huge part of Portugal's effort, a very, very talented young player with a bright future ahead of him, of course. And then the other one, Schwarzen, one of the top semi-pros who's been impressive, not just here at No-Tilt, but impressive all over right now. And Schwarzen right now playing like a guy who is vying for a CRL contract. He's one of those guys who should be getting looked at very, very closely, has been playing like it, and right now, you'll see in a minute out to a 2-0 start in this Stage 3, in this round robin stage. Mark Littlewood, that is not an error in the intro. 16 players battle out in Stage 4. Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, it is only 8 in Stage 4. I think we're talking about Stage 3 because there are 16 players in Stage 3, and then the top 8 move on to Stage 4. So there you go. Talking about the money. Money, money, money. Show it to me. First place will walk away with almost $15,000 at the end of all this. So that's a pretty nutty chunk of change. But it is a good chunk of change there for being the best Clash Royale player on the planet, maybe. How about that one? And guys, we're going to have a really, really fun time today with the schedule. Let me go ahead and give you exactly all of the matches that we're going through today. We're going to start things off with Miniminter, the Peruvian, up against Wolfstochter, one of the 2 Germans who are in this stage of the tournament. After that, an American battle, airsurfer and Boss going head-to-head. Following that, StarWars still looking for his first win. Another American up against the undefeated Portuguese player Vitor. And then finally will be Schwarzen versus The Rock, the Aztec Eagle, Adrian Piedra. And again, we're only on day 3 here, folks, of the run, this gauntlet they go through. Each player playing the other 7 in their region. Top 4 will move on. You can see that pink on top, the purple on the bottom. The players stay in the pink, you move on. Fall down, and you'll go home. With a decent chunk of change, but without the championship. And so far, 2 players both looking for their first wins today, StarWars and Adrian Piedra. Falling 0-3 would make it very, very difficult, in my opinion, to move on in this event. You'd be at a point where you would need to win at least 4 of your next 5. So here we go. This is the lineup today, as I said beforehand. Miniminter versus Wolfstochter to kick things off. 2 players pretty firmly in the middle right now, and then the All-American battle. Airsurfer of Misfits Gaming against Boss, who made his CRL East debut this weekend. And then, of course, 2 more matches after that one. To start things off, though, it will be Miniminter, who's definitely one of the more talented semi-pros in the game, which is part of why you see him here. Has been performing very, very well outside of, in all tournaments he's been in outside of CRL. And then Wolfstochter as well, who, part of that upcoming German flood of really, really good Clash Royale players. Of course, the 2 most famous Clash Royale pros in the game right now would be OP Sam and Morton. But Germany's produced a lot of good players. Of course, Flobby, who's now a content creator for SK Gaming. Big Spin, one of the top content creators overall in the game. His streams in German are always absolutely stacked. He's also streaming this right now in German, if you sprechen Sie Deutsch. But between Faust, Schwarzen, and Wolfstochter, not to mention Amir Uzumaki, so many really talented players out of Germany. I know I'm forgetting a few right now. But Wolfstochter, one of the better ones when it comes to competitive gameplay for sure. Been performing in CCS, No Tilt, both No Tilt Worlds and No Tilt League. And of course the Orange Crown League as well, all within this last year. Mostly with S2V Esports, but of course that CCS championship with existence. Across from him though, Miniminter. No easy out himself. Miniminter has been absolutely on his grind this last year, trying to win every single thing that he can. Of course, I've given him a fair bit of cash. He's been winning my open tournaments. More info on those open tournaments later. So GY for Miniminter and very aggressive Graveyard to open up from the Peruvian player. Miner goes right to the Ice Wizard. Heal Spirit behind. Does that Mega Knight go to King Tower? And it does. But at what cost here? Miniminter gets the King Tower activation, but it's already saying the good game because he's losing that right-hand tower. And Graveyard deck, this Graveyard deck in particular, trying to fight back and make it a 2-tower game, a really tall order. So even if Mini can go ahead and get that right-hand tower, his chances of winning this in a single-lane battle, much diminished. Much diminished indeed. For those of you asking about the plus-minus on the overall ranking screen, I see you Thanos over on the Trovo chat. I am co-streaming this both on the No Tilt YouTube page and on my personal Trovo stream. The plus minus for games is your game differential, positive or negative, versus games overall won and lost throughout this stage. Good poison value here from Miniminter on the right-hand side. And like I said, Mini might be able to get this tower down in this final minute of regulation play, but going to be hard to do, and even if he can, he still then has to go and fight with a King Tower activation in 2-tower game for this Graveyard deck. It's hard for Graveyard in general. This Graveyard deck in particular is going to have some trouble with that one. Maybe not in particular, but we'll have more trouble with that than some other ones as well. Steven Stone saying hello. Gaming Gal, hello from Slovenia. Mr. B, hello from Slovakia. Kay with hello from Pakistan. Hello, everybody, over on the Trovo side of it. Hey, everyone there joining. Do appreciate it. It's now Mini just trying to push into this one. He knows this is pretty much a done deal. Hello from Nepal, says Sanjeev. We international here, everybody. Hello from India. And Dark Lord. I don't know, how did Dark Lord perform this morning? I know he was 0-2 going into this morning, for those of you Indian fans. Did he end up winning today or not? Well, game number 1 going to, of course, go to Wolfstochter here. Miniminter falls early on. Omar says hello from Jordan. Steven, hello from Minnesota. Eric from Chicago. Ohio. Portugal. Iraq. Everyone's here. And Thanos with a hello from Antarctica. Do people get there? Dark Lord got swept today. Dark Lord falls to 0-3. That's unfortunate. I know a lot of the Indian fans are watching him and cheering him on heavily. So there you go, the stats view. And once that tower was down on the right-hand side, Minius really couldn't do much of anything. Went for the King Tower activation with the Mega Knight, but minor Skellies to the Skelly Dragons. Interesting deck here from Wolfstochter. A minor control deck. Hugo from Texas says hello. Sally from Sweden. Omar from Greece. Hello, everybody. And guys, if you are just joining over on Trovo, thanks for the follow there, Frio. Do appreciate it. And Zaylen saying, Rich, I watched your replay in clan chat. There's zero reason you should have won that game. Yeah, I beat a hard counter today. The other guy might have misplayed it, though. Rich, when is the next CRL East? Asked Chugga from Greetings from Atlanta. CRL East will be every single weekend, I believe. Every Saturday and Sunday. It already started. CRL West will be sometime this fall. Lava Hound for Wolfstochter here in game number 2, and 3M for Miniminter. So good deck selection for Miniminter in this situation. But again, Mini going to give up a ton of damage to a tanking miner. Man. Has to throw the fireball out there, but tower down to 523 left-hand side to 1448. The Peruvian having some trouble here with Wolfstochter in game number 2 as well. Not that dissimilar to game number 1. Of course, talking about what Miniminter's been doing so far this 2020. Played in some smaller leagues, Liga Bandita and Gems, and of course in No Tilt League with Space Station Gaming Academy, where he and that team took 2nd place this season. Outside of that, been trying to participate in some of the different tournaments. Did qualify for the I Stay Home Cup, where he made it to the top 8. And looking at just loading up with the 3 Musketeers into that right-hand lane is Mini going to sacrifice the left-hand tower. Does put an Ice Golem down to protect the Musketeers on the right-hand side. And just goes full on, let's drop everything we have into this right-hand lane. Maybe Wolfstochter didn't expect Mini to go all the way in. Of course, you can see pretty low on Elixir. Miniminter just says, hey, I already had 11 Elixir this side. What else could this lane use? More Elixir. Let's take that up to 16. 3 Musketeers, Hogs, Ice Golem, a Partridge and a Pear Tree all push the right-hand side, and now setting up the full 3M. This is really good for Miniminter being up against Arrows in this situation. Arrows not going to be good enough to take care of those 3 Musketeers. The Heal Spirit comes out as well. And Mini, barring any severe mistakes, should have the advantage going forward from here. Man, Wolfstochter running the arrows version sees those 3 musketeers and must have hit himself in the head a couple of times. Why, oh why would I go with arrows? Jack tries lifting, thanks for joining. Pluto, everyone joined over on Trovo, do appreciate it. 347 on the King Tower. So it looks like Miniminter gonna get back in this one in game number 2. Tough matchup situation for the German Wolfstochter. 3M Royal Hogs up against Lava Loon with arrows. Arrows! Yeah, so despite an early slip, Mini knew he had the advantage in the long run. Took it, played it well. And now evens things up at 1-1. So remember saying this deck plays arrows 95% of the time, not really a choice. Well, there are lava decks that don't run arrows. Kurt Neiman asking, what's a card that pros would want nerfed that a complete surprise casual players, like bats with their attack speed nerf? I don't know. What's the one that would surprise people? Would you be surprised by everyone that the pros really want a Heal Spirit nerf? Would that surprise you? Rich, you say Wolfstochter, not Wolfstochter. I say Wolfstochter. I say Wolfstochter. 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 Best I can do, guys. Speaking of best I can do, best thing I can do is give you guys some cool opportunities to win giveaways. And on Sunday the 23rd, the finals for this event, I'll be giving away one of these cool things. The Supercell to the Victor Go, the Spoils Clash Royale prize box. And I'm actually posting up an unboxing video of one of these later today. But if you want a baby dragon, the only way to get one now, besides going and jumping on eBay and trying to find someone who's going to share one. So go ahead, subscribe to me on YouTube, and that's your chance to go ahead and get one of those boxes. We'll be doing we'll be selecting and announcing the winner on stream during the finals on Sunday. It's funny, in the Trovo chat, I'm getting compliments for my pronunciation of Wolfstochter, and in the YouTube chat, I'm getting razzed for it. Double bait here for, let's call him the German from now on, a nice King Tower activation. Very clean there against the Bandit. Does give up quite a lot of damage early on. Looks like Mini might be copying the Miner deck that we saw Wolfstochter use in game number 1. Goblin Barrel into the left-hand side. Bar Barrel in response. We'll see if Wolfstochter can spread that Bar Barrel out and make it... Oh, so going Ram Rider instead. The E-Wiz does lend itself that direction. So MK Ram for Miniminter. Wolfstochter going with the double bait. And down by a lot early. Does have the King Tower activation, but really against Ram Rider, who cares? Will the spoil ship internationally? Sanjeev, I believe so. I believe that Wolfstochter, that's hilarious. No, let's just call him Wolfstochter from now on. That's actually kind of fun. Skeleton Barrel in left-hand side. Bandit dashes and easily defended by Mini. Yeah, like I said, that King Tower activation, fancy, ain't going to do much here. Cycle does not mean how much elixir they leaked. Omotayo, cycle means how much elixir it takes to get to play a card, play for more, and get back to that card one more time. What's the fastest cycle? Yeah, Wolfstochter is the best. I think that's just what he is now. Kind of like Royal Recruits is 6-man, Expo is Fred. All the fun stuff. Good heal spirit there out of Mini. He's got this one pretty locked down at this stage. Boss has not played yet. Boss will be facing against his American counterpart. Snowball comes in. This is going to be a decent amount of damage here unless the Bar Barrel gets it perfectly like it does. Boss and airsurfer will be playing after this match. Thank you, Bob. Glad you enjoy the announcing. I enjoy doing it. Fireball on defense, and that's going to be a GG well played here. Mini locks it down in game number 2. Gets his feet under him. And battles back against adversity. GG, well played, Miniminter. We're going to game number 4 with the Peruvian in the lead and a chance to improve his record here in this stage. Stats view again by Stats Royale. Go to statsroyale.com and they'll tell you what your next chest is. What kind of chest could it be? Who knows what kind of chest could it be? A legendary chest? Maybe. Will it be an epic chest? Probably that. Probably an epic chest. I'm almost assured that your next chest is an epic chest. How will you know? Go to statsroyale.com. They'll tell you. Guys, by the way, tomorrow after No Tilt, boom, check out one of these bad boys. Tomorrow after No Tilt, I will be hosting an open tournament on Geyser. Go ahead and download the app, and you can participate yourself. More information on that later. By the way, the ban is fishermen on both sides. And you're like, hey, how's that the ban? Because they do submit their bans blind. These are blind double bans. Before match, a certain time before match start, both players submit whatever global ban they want, a ban that will apply to both players in the best-of-5 match, not knowing their opponent's ban. And they both decided to get Fish Boy off the board. So you will not be seeing some of the most popular decks in the meta right now. Not going to be seeing Royal Giant Fisherman Hunter. Not going to be seeing Six Loon, the Royal Recruits Fisherman Balloon deck that I'm currently playing in the global tournament. By the way, 2 wins so far, 1 loss, but it was against bait. You can't hurt me too much. Will I be casting tomorrow? I will not be casting tomorrow, Abe. But I will be casting the day after that. Easy fireball choice there from Wolfstochter on the Magic Archer, and that's the first little chunk of damage in the right-hand lane. Lawler asking, if the ban is global, why do they both ban it? Well, Lawler, because they don't see each other's bans until they are both submitted. So both players blindly submit their ban and then find out what their opponent banned once they are both in. Mortar high from the German right-hand lane. It's going to be interesting to see how Wolfstochter does get on tower here. Ram Rider not going to get through with that mortar high, and look at this job here by Wolfstochter. Way to spread the board thin. This could be real trouble here. Fireball in, Bandit trying to protect. Going to be a lot of damage here from the German. Wolfstochter just pouring it on right now. Great job. Mortar one lane, Skeleton Barrel the other. Completely caught Miniminter flat-footed. So now maybe cycle in a little bit better position out of the Peruvian. And Wolfstochter just keeping the pressure on as much as possible. Gonna have to play some defense here against this Ram Rider Lumberjack Bandit push. Expect the Fireball to come in, and it does go to the right-hand side. I don't know if it'll make enough room. Yes, a full charge gets in for the Ram Rider on the right-hand side. But now it's Wolfstocter's chance to go and try to take some damage off that right-hand tower. Defense does hold on. Bandit going to be in a lot of trouble here, though. Not going to get much out of it. Final 90 seconds approaching. And it is Wolfstochter ahead, but it's beginning to feel like Miniminter is gaining momentum. Same push here, though. The split. Fireball will take care of the Magic Archer. But that's going to be, I believe, one shot from the mortar, and one shot does get in. Bandit gets picked up, 832 right-hand lane. Wolfstochter adding to the lead, currently ahead by about 400. And now a couple more little bit of chips coming in on the right-hand side from the Spears. Miniminter going to mostly ignore that just by the Heal Spirit, and a perfectly played Heal Spirit from the Peruvian. How can he break through and play defense at the same time? Has to really load up here. High Mortar this time to get value on the tower on the opposite side. Mortar will shoot. Fireball try to play some defense. Ram Rider not going to get through. Final 45 seconds here. Skeleton Barrel high. Inferno Dragon trying to burn. And going to have to Barb Barrel here. No, not going to Barb Barrel. Not ready. Instead protects overall. And stops that from getting the drop damage. That's absolutely huge. Not to mention keeping the Magic Archer away from Princess Tower and not giving that Fireball damage in. There is an opportunity here for Miniminter. The question is, can he actually get it done? Huge push coming in, right-hand lane, getting absolutely stacked up. That's Fireball bait right there. Fireball going to be all over that Magic Archer, and don't forget, oh, look at that, does pick up the Mortar. Here we go. Does he go for another Magic Archer at the bridge here to try to get some damage? I don't know if that's going to be possible here, folks. Looks like Wolfstochter going to tie things up. Magic Archer does get one shot, does get two shots. Fireball in, can it do it? Fireball takes it. Miniminter takes it in the last second. High Magic Archer. Miniminter stops Wolfstochter from getting us to game number 5. Huge win there. Beautiful, beautiful play. Mini with the OP Magic Archer sliding right on through. GG, well played. The Peruvian now takes another win. My word. My word. Miniminter just knew there was only one way to do it. The high Magic Archer on the Musketeer gets the geometry and got just enough shots. Fireball cycles all the way through, Bandit tanking. That was wild. Cannot wait to see the replay of that one. GG, well played, and a full-on wow for Miniminter. That should have been going to a game 5. That should have been going to a game number 5. Mini said, no way. Not happening. If you like that, and you're watching here on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, never miss a game like that again. We're here through Sunday for this event. And of course, more great no-till action coming. And this looked like Mini was in so much trouble in game number 1, right? Just completely got caught flat-footed. Bad King Tower activation. We saw Mini have some trouble with Tornado Work on day number 1 of this stage 3. His Tornado Work was off, and it felt like in game number 1, Mini might be in trouble again. Game number 2 falls behind early, but the 3M matchup, the 3M Pigs matchup in this, just too strong. Just too strong of a matchup. Mini plays it perfectly, gets the win, and evens things up. And that was probably a real, relaxation win here, too, where if he'd lost this game, would have been brutal for him, matchup notwithstanding. Game number 3, completely in control the entire time. Took a big lead early. Big lead early. And there were some iffy moments here, but really it was just Miniminter in control the whole way through. But this is it. This is that ending. Miniminter, Ram Rider dies on the vine. And Musketeer, the bandit to stop the goblins. And then the high Magic Archer, Fireball to the closest spot. Wolfstochter can't get his Fireball out in time. That's a beautiful, beautiful play there by Miniminter to end this one. Absolutely gorgeous play. And that Bandit was so important for 2 reasons. Not just tanking, but also getting that first Goblin off the board. Whoo, boy. That's a way to start off today's show, right, folks? What a good one. That was crazy. That's why I love Clash Royale. That's why I love casting Clash Royale. Is moments like that one. What a come-from-behind win. What a way to just nail things down. Let's take a look at the standings now. After one match on this day, and you see that was a big one for Mini. Now moving into the positive, 2 wins and 1 loss. Huge. Huge for Miniminter, and of course Wolfstochter falling down into the bottom half. A lot left to be played, of course, for both of these guys. But rather be 2-1 than 1-2 at this stage. That was wild. That was absolutely wild. You can see the opposite game differentials as well. +2 for Mini, -2 for Wolfstochter. So that's our first match of the day, and what a great one it was. We have 3 more remaining. Of course, you can see the rest of our players still trying to figure out how to move forward in this one. It's been a tough tournament so far. And 2 guys holding on right in the middle right now. It's going to be airsurfer and Boss going head-to-head. Boss had to battle against his opponent and the caster curse on day number 1 to get his win in a reverse sweep. And now he's here up against airsurfer, who's been a staple of competitive Clash Royale for quite a long time. Spent his first season in Clash Royale League North America in 2018 as a part of TSM on that team with Vulcan, OP Sam, and Firewolf. Since then went on to Complexity, and now with Misfits taking second place again in CRL West. Other side of that, Boss has been a fan favorite for a long time. One of those guys who has a really, really good following in terms of the Clash Royale scene. People have been wanting to see him step up to the next level for quite a while. And now finally in 2020 fall, doing it, playing, of course, with over in CRL East. And we'll see if that CRL East performance turns into a CRL West berth over with TTG for the moment. And Boss is a guy who spent this last year on his grind, playing with Undead Gaming in CCS, making it all the way to the Final 4 for that Worlds. And then, of course, with Space Station Gaming in No Tilt League, where they took second place. Airsurfer going double bait. Boss looking like lava so far. Bans here are Sparky and Snowball. So the same deck that we saw earlier, the Arrows version that we saw in game number 2 of Wolfstochter versus Miniminter just a moment ago. Now Boss running this for his opening game. Zap and Arrows won't be too bad against those bait elements, but the question is, how far ahead can airsurfer get in the first 2 minutes of gameplay as this one goes on? Bans one more time are Sparky banned by airsurfer, Snowball banned by Boss. That's a smart ban by Boss. It gets a lot of decks out of the game, and we'll see how he takes advantage of that as time goes on. I'm very curious to see what some of the plans he has for later will be, but it does get rid of a lot of the double small spell decks. Minor Loon, left-hand lane, Skeleton Barrel to the right, and nothing for Boss. Gonna go ahead and just try to get a tower trade situation here, but Fireball's not gonna let that happen. We'll get one drop and death damage, but that's where it stops. Airsurfer running the Inferno Tower variation of this one. Certainly going to be a key element as time goes on. Danielle asking who I think is going to win No Tilt West. I don't know. That's going to be hard. Right now, Schwarzen looking amazing. Vitor looking amazing. Can't wait for those two guys to play. Full double bait push left-hand side. Arrows take care of that pretty easily, but Skeletons come in behind. And the Skeleton Dragons turn around to clean that up. Big time push now coming in here from Boss. That will be tower down left-hand side. And Lava in the pocket. A lot of damage from those goblins. Zap should be available here for the Skeleton Barrel, and it is. And look at that, Inferno Dragon getting tanked for a minute. 2 Lava Hounds down. Arrows in. That might have... Did that predict the Dark Goblin? I was looking up for a second. And look at that. Airsurfer does get in. Arrows on offense might have been a bit of an overcommitment there from Boss. I didn't see if a Dark Goblin was on board and that the arrows got a prediction on that one. If someone did catch that, let me know. But those arrows completely opened them up on defense. So game number 1 does go to the CRL Pro Airsurfer. Yeah, not sure about those arrows there, guys. So again, one more time, if you guys want to compete, play some competitive Clash Royale, chance to win money. Tomorrow, we'll be doing a full-on $100 open Clash Royale tournament. Go ahead and download the Geyser app to participate. Here we go, game number 2. Raj saying it was a failed prediction. Yeah, sometimes there's those predictions that come in so fast. Someone, who was it yesterday, who in East had a zap prediction that evaporated skeletons before anyone could even see them. P saying they're both CRL pros. Good point. Good point. I have to get used to that. And not trying to throw shade at Boss there at all. Boss now in CRL East. It was Demas versus Jupiter King yesterday, yeah. I mean, that zap was dirty yesterday for Demas. Huzaifa saying maybe it was a minor misclick. That's not impossible, that the arrows might have been a minor misclick. Totally possible. Fireball gets the Magic Archer off. And good heal spirit there from Airsurfer. And that's going to create some annoyance for Boss in both lanes. Bandit will prevent most of that damage, but a couple Skeleton Dragon Belches on the right-hand side extend Airsurfer's lead 2,005 to 25-34. Now aggressive RG push. So we're not seeing the RG Fishboy Hunter deck that is the most popular one right now, dominating ladder, but doesn't stop you from throwing a bunch of other stuff on there. Heal Spirit doesn't quite get the Royal Giant the momentum it wanted, but Airsurfer, smelling blood, just loads all the way up. Look at that Bandit picked up there by the Barb Barrel. That's going to be a ton of damage on the right-hand side. Essentially tower down within Fireball range now. Bruno Pereira saying Dark Goblin was behind King Tower for the arrows. Dimas, not Demas. Got it, ice cream? Dimas. Cage will pick up the Mega Knight easily on the right-hand side. And now this one's just a matter of time. Airsurfer going to lock down the defense. Heal Spirit again onto the Goblin Brawler. And then Fireball the right-hand tower for a GG. Well played. Pigs in. Cage to the middle one more time. Heal Spirit gone. And now look at that. Airsurfer, a quick 2-0 to open things up. Now has match point. Boss has been here before. Boss fell down 2-0 in his opening match of Stage 3, went on to reverse sweep. So he can do it. He can do it, but not easy here against Airsurfer. Man, the action has been absolutely tight today, but not so far in this one between Airsurfer and Boss. And I have to say, of the Western players, Boss does have one of the higher one of the bigger weights on his shoulders, trying to balance both his CRL East debuts and this event right now. Thanos in the Trovo chat asking, can you ban only one card per match? Yes, that is true. It's a pre-blind ban. It's a blind global ban. So both players submit their bans before the match. They submit one ban, and that card is not allowed for either player throughout the whole best of 5. Wilbert Coe saying banning Snowball is weird. Yeah, it feels like a ban that is meant to do one of two things. Either there's something about airsurfer's deck pool that he just wants to get Snowball out of, or it's to get rid of double small spell decks, right? Because banning Snowball gets rid of Hog triple spell, which I believe airsurfer has run a couple times. Getting rid of Snowball, I believe, gets rid of the standard build for Sixaloon, for the Royal Recruits Balloon deck. So there are a lot of cycle decks and double small spell decks that banning Snowball gets rid of. But Boss really hasn't, yeah, oh boy. Oh boy. Boss hasn't taken very much advantage of it though, and those piggies run right into a bomb tower. They super die, Boss calls good game early, and that tower's gonna take a heap of damage from Graveyard. Oh boy. And airsurfer takes a full bite out of the right-hand side to open up. Boss now gonna try to counter push here. And Boss may be playing a tiny bit tilted here in game number 3. Of course, you throw your piggies down and they go right into a bomb tower. That's gonna be a brutal one to start off anytime. Boaz saying, Rich, explain the logic behind this ban. Why not give whatever they want to play? Boaz, because with so many cards in the game, without ban cards, there is so much randomness in deck selection. It's just, I choose a deck, you choose a deck, and there goes the NATO and the poison. Oh boy. Nothing Boss can, this is a bad matchup. Nothing Boss can do here at all. airsurfer can just lock this down, get some graveyards down, and do that for 7 elixir whenever he wants to the 3 Musketeers. So I'll answer a couple questions first. The bans, they reduce the randomness of deck selection. So reasons, thought process behind how you choose your ban card might be banning cards that are bad against, that are strong against the deck pool that you want to run in this matchup. Also, you might ban cards knowing, hey, I know that my opponent tends to run these 7 decks, and 4 of them rely on this card. I will ban that card to reduce his deck pool so there's less randomness to the matchup, and I can choose my deck better against that one. You might just ban something that you know your opponent's really great at. Go, you know what, I don't want to play Igor when he's playing Mortar. I'll just ban Mortar and not let Igor play it. So lots of different reasons why, like, thought processes behind how you choose your ban. But the big thing is that bans reduce the randomness of matchups in this game. And they add a lot more skill to it overall and make it less so you're likely to just be like, oh, well, here's what he got, here's what I got. Why are there only 8 players in group stage when there are more in the same group? Are there more in the same group? Wakabayashi, this is stage 3. So we started off with every single player who has Clash Royale in the 20-win challenge. Then we got everyone who qualified for the 20-win challenge played through those brackets. And 8 players, there were 8 brackets in the West, 8 in the East. And the people who won those brackets all moved on. Nice little NATO points in there. This is pretty easy pickings right now. For airsurfer, of course, maybe I called it early. We'll see. So yeah, in stage 2, which was the open bracket, the bracket stage, thousands of players played on each side to try to qualify through 8 brackets. The winner of each of those brackets went to the next stage. So there you go. They went on to the next stage. That's what this next stage is. 8 in the West, 8 in the East. The top 4 from each of those will move on to the final stage. Why not more than one ban with so many cards that would bring forward so many decks? Janelle, I actually like the idea of adding maybe making double bans on each side now that we're approaching 100 cards. I'm experimenting with different ban setups during best of 5s on my own channel. Of course, after this game, I'll go ahead and link that if you want to check those out. Final 30 seconds. Boss could steal this one. but it feels like airsurfer just has it locked down. Bomb tower will come to the right-hand side. Fireball predicts on the bomb tower. Pretty easy prediction. And Heal Spirit does get through here, and now you have the Dark Prince behind, but the NATO and the Baby Dragon together just completely locking that down. Here we go. Pig's opposite lane. Cannot outcycle a bomb tower at this stage, though. That's to be a GG. Well played. Airsurfer with the quick 1-2-3 against Boss to get another win here in Stage 3. Boss just completely locked down the entire game. Some rough matchup situations for Boss. Airsurfer in that last one. Real clean with it. Real clean with it. Z saying, I'm sorry, Airsurfer, but this exactly is what the problem of the game right now. No creativity off the shelf decks win. Well, I mean, a lot of that is you're playing competitive and you practice certain decks. A lot of the non-quote-unquote off-the-shelf decks, they're even more matchup dependent, right? They're very much snipes, essentially. But Airsurfer is one of those guys who does mix in some creativity. Any Russian players left in Stage 3? King, yeah, but they're on the other side of the bracket. They're on the eastern side. Boaz, Atami Israel? Ken? Does that do enough for you? And there you go. So here's what we're talking about. There's the Dart Goblin in, and that's what the arrows were for, the Dart Goblin behind King Tower. So no prediction. There was a Dart Goblin behind King Tower. I just don't know. I guess in that situation, maybe he was worried about the spell cycle winning the match. Anima de Berkatsativrit. For those of you who are asking. This is a clean 1-2-3 for Airsurfer. Paradox is Russian. Dimas is from Kazakhstan. It might be Russian as well. Being said in the chat. This is not an elimination stage, guys. Those of you in the Trovo chat asking, or on either side asking, this is not an elimination stage. This is a round robin stage. In the top 8 in the West, top 8 in the East are playing a full round robin on each side. Wakabayashi asking if I still remember when Surgical Goblin beat Morton by 1 HP. No, despite casting it and having it be brought up on nearly every single day that I do Clash Royale, I completely forgot that Surgical Goblin, the most famous player in the world, beat Morton, the consensus #1 competitive player in the world, during the CRL World Finals that I cast by 1 HP in the semifinals. I had forgotten about it until now, and you know what? Thank you so much for reminding me, because that's an important thing to remember, guys. It's an important thing to remember. Let's see. We'll be up with the update on the standings here in just a moment. But one more reminder as we're waiting for those ones to come in. You can win one of these cool boxes. The Supercell shop is closed, guys. There are not many opportunities to get all this cool stuff right now. I'm going to go ahead and link my YouTube channel in the chat. And there you go. YouTube channel in the chat. So a subscriber will win one of those boxes during the finals broadcast, which will be on Sunday. So there you go. Airsurfer now also joins Miniminter at 2-1, and the top half, Boss falling to 1-2. How can we win it? Guys, to win the box, I will be picking a winner during the No Tilt World Championship Finals broadcast on Sunday and announcing it there as well. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Every subscriber is entered in. That's how you do. And by the way, I'm only giving away one of those boxes, but I have a whole bunch of other fun stuff that I will be giving away in the future. Sanjeev asking, Rich, were you hosting yesterday too? I was not. It was enchanting yesterday. Let's see. Oh, here we go. On to our next one. StarWars looking for his first win here today. Needs a win to stay relevant in this one. A fall to 0-3 would be almost an insurmountable mountain to climb. Wakabayashi asking, when will I do another best of 5 match with the CR players? I'll be doing plenty of them. Yeah, I am casting alternate days here, guys, for the no-tilt Western Western Stage 3. And then I will be casting the finals with Enchantin' on Sunday. So here we go. Two opposite sides of the rankings right now. Star Wars 0-2, desperately needs a win. Vitor, way ahead, 2-0 on the other side of things. Feeling very comfortable, playing very well. We'll see whether Star Wars can stay relevant in this competition or Vitor can dash his hopes and not quite punch his ticket to the next stage, but certainly put himself within shooting range of getting to that next stage without too much difficulty. 3-0 to not qualify for the next stage would be a huge tilt. And remember, this is the no-tilt World Championships, not allowed to tilt. Here we go, Vitor top of your screen, Star Wars at the bottom. Bans are Musketeer and Fisherman. So we've seen a lot of bans today, of Fisherman, of course, and a lot of bans just around the most popular decks in the meta at the moment. King Debani. How many players are playing now? 16, yes. 8 in the West, 8 in the East. There we go. Alpha Moriarty saying upset alert in the Trovo chat. He believes that Star Wars might go ahead and take the win here potentially. Wakabayashi, I do not have a start date for you. It will be announced. And if you haven't yet, guys, as you can see, our moderator Moni is saying in the chat, go ahead and subscribe to the No Tilt YouTube page, ring the bell, like the video. We've got more of this stage coming tomorrow through Saturday, and then finals will be on Sunday. Are cows bigger than pigs, asked Raph. I guess it depends on the pig, really. It depends on the cow. Most cows are bigger than most pigs, I think. But there are some pigs that are bigger than some cows. Who do I think is the strongest player of the remaining 16? Asked Junal. That's a hard question to answer. But right now, probably AUK. Dude's been gangster for a long time. Anthony, any tips? Watch these guys play. That's a great way. Did I just answer our cows bigger than pigs? Yeah, well, I'm here to help, guys. Royal Giant in and raged up. We'll get at least 2 shots, probably 3, I believe. Does it get to a 4th shot? And it does. Wow. The burn just not quite getting the higher gear. So Mega Knight Ram Rider for Star Wars. He does like to play MK Ram. Doesn't like the results so far, though. Here we go. Ram Rider behind the Mega Knight, pretty healthy, and a Bandit dash in as well. This is going to be hard for Vitor. Good snowball to create separation. Mega Knight trying to get the Ram Rider on tower, and somehow she doesn't hit. I know right now. I feel like Nightlight might have just Night Owl might have just smiled randomly, going. I feel really good for some reason right this second, and I don't know why. Fireball in, gets rid of the skeleton dragons, and Star Wars just can't break through. Just cannot do it. Vitor now with the elixir advantage and the pressure at the bridge. Inferno Dragon not going to prevent that many shots. Fireball opens up some room, and that Royal Giant is just going to ruin that left-hand tower. Not within Fireball range again. Even before the nerf, 201 would have been the number. And Vitor seems like he's got game number 1 pretty well locked up here against Star Wars. And now with the Goblin Brawler tanking for the Royal Giant, picking up that damage in from the Inferno Dragon. Matter of time. GG, well played. Vitor takes game number 1. Well, that was a fun one. Let's see. Let's go take a look at the chat here for a second. Win-loss are rounds plus or minus. They're game differentials. Yeah, game differential comes out no matter whether you win the set or not. Your game differential still applies overall. How do I fit against Mega Knight? With a Mega Wall, I guess. Kite the Mega Knight and put some DPS on it, little neon boy. It all depends on what deck you're running. That's a pretty broad question. A question about CRL West. Will the players that come on... CRL West, as far as I know for the moment, is going to still be completely remote. Going to be online. As far as I'm aware. Do I think Miner needs a buff? I think Miner needs its damage back and its HP reduced. And that's been B-Rad's note on the Miner for a while. Yeah, use code RICH in the shop, says Moni Vargas. Yes, guys, use code RICH in the shop. Do appreciate it. Every time you use that, not only do you support my efforts, like these really cool $100 open tournaments that I do, but you know what else you do? You also help me buy more burritos. And guys, I love a good burrito. Come on. Who doesn't love a good burrito? If you want to play in these open tournaments, there you go. Go ahead and use this link to register, and you can win $100 or a portion of $100. You know, all that stuff. Thanos asking, what are my 3 favorite casting moments ever? 1 HP, what was it? There was something very specific. My brain's kind of shorting out for a second here on what it was from World Finals in Tokyo. And I don't know, maybe Javi's Miner pull against airsurfer, running Miner MK against, I think airsurfer's running bridge spam maybe. Just to see that happen live and get the casting was pretty cool. GUI left-hand lane, StarWars getting aggroed open up against this double bait deck. That's kind of a rough bar barrel there. Does miss the Goblin on the outside. So Vitor with the lead in this opening stage. StarWars kind of doing a reflex bar barrel there, giving one Goblin some more time. Yeah, I did say Surgical Goblin 1 HP. I'm pretty sure I said that. Yeah, the clone Expo Masteries against Elsiop was a huge one. That's for sure. Do I think players need cams just like CRL East? I mean, the more of those kind of things, the better. It just depends on... There are a lot of factors, guys, that go into making productions that... You know, I think that players need to be playing on top of airplanes. You know, like there's so many things that just, there are moving parts when it comes to a production that maybe you guys aren't 100% aware of all the time. But yeah, cams would be very nice. Double bait. Locking things down with the Inferno Tower is Vitor. Why did I mention a burrito? Because burritos are awesome. Graveyard in, just a naked Graveyard left-hand side with the poison. Dark Goblin steps into the poison. And this time, no mistakes out of StarWars on that bar barrel response. The kid asking, are Buffmac and Tom Brawlstars the same guy? Probably. Probably. They look very similar. Sebastian saying, I've never eaten a burrito. Where do you live, Sebastian? And wherever you live, move away from there. Get a burrito. It's ruining your life to never had a burrito. Guys, if you don't know Vitor, one of the top players out of Portugal. Personal breast 7.8K, but more importantly, a top tier competitive player who's been getting looked at a lot. Of course, Portugal went on in the No-Tote Worlds to make the top 8, and they were one of my 2 sleeper pick teams along with Romania. Definitely overperformed. And that Portuguese team got a lot of respect, I believe, out of that event overall with the way that they played from top to bottom. 1 CCSE European region with LA Gaming. That has been staying active. 1 Orange Crown League with the Tenerife Titans. Tenerife? Yeah, I've never actually gotten a pronunciation of that before. But Vitor is a very, very talented player out of Portugal. And right now putting pressure on the right-hand side. Down to 238. Log cycles in. Poison opposite lane. And there you go. GG, well played. Vitor takes game number 2. StarWars is a very, very good player who, of course, beat both Lapo and RF back-to-back in BO5s to qualify for this. But so far has been outclassed in this event. And guys, yeah, I will be commentating during the finale game. Don't you worry. StarWars is not a 5K trophy player, whoever's saying that in the chat. You're talking about, that's his competitive profile. That's his competitive profile you're looking at. StarWars is a 7.6K player. Whoever's trying to be rude and slap down StarWars a bit right now. Best burrito spot, asked Kevin Kim. Shout out to, let's see, Tacos Corona in Van Nuys, crushing the burrito game. Shout out to Don Carlos Tacos in La Jolla, California. When you go to the La Jolla Comedy Store down in San Diego, you have to go to stop to Don Carlos. We're talking about great burritos. Bands one more time, our Musketeer and Fish Boy, a.k.a. the Fisherman. Have not seen Recruits today at all, and it's been the Fisherman band. Recruits get a big, big, big buff when Fisherman's popular in the meta. Have not seen it much today. When is the Geyser tournament tomorrow? Thanos, the Geyser tournament will be after No Tilt West tomorrow. So looking like clone here from Vitor. This clone deck has been around a little bit lately. This clone deck has been around just a bit lately. Beast King, StarWars reverse sweeps here. What are the chances? I mean, I'd say the chances of a reverse sweep are always low. Winning 3 in a row is difficult no matter what. But I would say in this case, I would give him a 14% chance of winning 3 in a row. Between an 8 and 14% chance. So we'll see when Vitor chooses to clone up here at some stage. Fireball takes care of the flying machine in the back. Thoughts on Chipotle? It's a place. And if you need to have some food in a pinch, you can get it there. Fear asking to join my open tournament. I will post the details on it. I'll post the details on it when it's ready. I'm going to hammer that out today with Geyser. But download the app. That's the first step. And that cannon cart just locks on and shreds tower. Mad MK Ram Rider not doing it for StarWars. StarWars loves playing Ram Rider, and it feels like Vitor knows it. Will there ever be a CRL in Florida? I don't even know how to answer that question. Giant Skeleton setting the line here, and going to easily make some room, and that's a good clone here. It's a really solid clone, and StarWars does have the triple spell, but not able to handle it. Vitor makes it look easy. Vitor, 1, 2, 3, second sweep on the day. Vitor gets it done. Guys, if you do want information on that on that open tournament tomorrow, make sure you're following me on Twitter. I'll make all the announcements there. But once the tournament is live, the password will be given on stream tomorrow. You can go ahead and follow me on Twitter. Vitor making it look easy. 1, 2, 3. GG, well played. Portugal OP. Vitor now moving to 3-0. Gonna be real hard for Vitor to fall out of the top 4 now. What's my favorite card? My favorite card is the Ice Golem. The Ice Golem. Yeah, unsure about Star Wars deck choices here. Some people talking about use of an analyst might be valuable here. I can't argue against it. There we go. Vitor was the winner here. Taking one step closer to our next stage, our final stage on Sunday. Tumas. I consider that to be a form of cheating, but it's an unpreventable one. So through all of these games, King, there is no best deck King. And that's the thing that's really funny here. Everyone's always looking for the best deck, the deck that counters the meta, the deck that beats everything. Doesn't exist. Find the deck that works best for you, grind it, become a master, win more than you lose. That's the secret to pushing ladder, guys. Find a deck that you're good at, play it until you're the best you can ever be at it, and then win more than you lose. That's it. Right now I'm playing 6 Loon. I'm playing 6 Loon in challenges, and I am playing Hog Triple Spell on ladder. Italian beef Chicago beats burritos any day, anytime, change my mind. Yeah, Isam, you're just inherently wrong. There are burritos come in all forms. You're talking about one thing. And, yeah. Mexican food might be the greatest cuisine ever created, and it has, like, between 4 and 7 ingredients. And it's the greatest food ever created. Let's see. What else we got going on? Find report. Find recruits. Balloon. Interesting. Announces on my Insta also, please. I could do that, potentially. There we go, guys. So, those last two were pretty quick. 2 3-0 sweeps after a back and forth. Remember how close game number 4 was in our opening match between Mini and Wolfstochter, and then these last two just complete blown out of the water. Let's see. Is a hot dog a burrito or a sandwich? Definitely not a burrito because it doesn't wrap all the way around, dudes. Come on. That's obvious. That hat is fire. Which one? This hat right here? That hat's pretty legit, right? Let's take a look. Have I watched Lord of the Rings or MCU? Yes, I've watched both of those. Shout out to me, best commentator. Aw, thank you. Do appreciate it. Here, take a look at the standings as they are through 3 matches today. Vitor currently was sole possession of the lead, but Schwarzen has a chance to change that story. Heriberto, do you know where you can buy some Clash Royale merch? The Clash Royale shop is now closed, no longer available, but I have some great news for you. What's that great news? Well, it's that I'm doing some cool giveaways on my channel. I'll be doing a giveaway of one of these bad boys right here. I'll be doing it to a subscriber to my YouTube channel. I'll be doing that giveaway during the finals on Sunday. I'll be picking and announcing it on Sunday, so that's a chance. And I do other giveaways on my channel as well. Here we go. Last match of the day. And it's one of the other 2 undefeated players. Schwarzen. Schwarzen? It's Schwarzen. And he might be the consensus favorite in this stage for the West. Vitor, though, certainly making an argument for it. On the other side of it, Adrian Piedra, Pelon Army, The Rock, the Aztec Eagle. Looking for his first win today. Trying to stay relevant. Kevin Kim saying, does this mean Star Wars out of the no-tilt tournament today? No, it does not. Because this is a full-on round-robin stage. Let's see. Thanos saying, who do I think would win, Morton or Jupiter King? Yes. That's my answer to that question. Yes. Here we go. Final match of the day. Schwarzen versus Adrian Piedra. Little Neon Bro saying, boy, saying, Richard, your favorite thing is having a burrito. Food. I'm an all-pastor guy. So Adrian Piedra. Skeleton Barrel with Mortar. And Schwarzen just throws the bridge barbs right into the mortar. Takes 2 shots. But now putting pressure on early against one of Mexico's biggest stars in Clash Royale. J-Man, thank you very much. Yeah, guys, use code RICH in the shop, R-I-C-H. There you go, code RICH in the shop. Alpha Moriarty in the Trovo chat saying, I want Adrian in top 4. He's the only final CCS player still going. Yeah, whenever Adrian winning should put a smile on your face, guys. En general. Miner goes right to those stabs. Gang comes behind it. Has Boss played? Yes, Boss played. Got swept earlier. Now 1 and 2 so far in the group stage. 4 more matches to be played after this one. Doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, folks. 4 more matches. Our 0-3 players pretty much have to go 4-0 from this point on if they want to stay in. Aggressive play on the left-hand side from Adrian Piedra. Skeleton Dragons, though, will deal with most of that, and now Lava set up nicely on the right-hand side. Night Witch behind. Miner should go to the Musketeer here, I think. Gang to protect. Good job with the Miner inside, but Gang does get the pickup. Zap to clear. And that Miner also keeps the Mortar off tower for a little while. Fireball makes a little bit of room, and there you go. Lava Pups on the tower right-hand side. Huge damage for the German, 306 to 968 as we go to the final 25 seconds. Mortar not going to connect with the barb split here. Fireball trying to get the room enough, and that Mortar might go to tower here. And it does. Huge Mortar connection for Adrian Piedra. Can he stop the Miner from putting that fireball range in on the right-hand side? No, he cannot. Fireball in, and there you go. Game number 1 goes to the German. So, Pro Bro, good to see you in the chat on the right-hand side. Guys, if you want to see some phenomenal 2.6 play, So Pro Bro went 20-0 in the 20-win challenge. And his video is on my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. Schwarzen did a good job generally controlling that mortar. Lost control of it for a second there. Looked like Adrian might be able to steal it. But holds on. Gets game number 1 in. Good minor work out of Schwarzen as well. Shalom. How are you? Yisrael Kisluk. This is not the final stage, guys. This is stage 3. This is the round robin stage. All 8 players play the other players in their region, in the West and the East, so 7 games each. The top 4 move on to the final stage. Do I have my money on? If I was a betting man, AUK. I'm talking about overall in this tournament. Adrian Piedra going Goblin Giant Rage. Wait, but there's no Heal Spirit. Heal Spirit and Baby Dragon are the bans. Interesting choice here from Adrian. Maybe just going Goblin Giant Sparky. Bandit left-hand side connects for Schwarzen. Huge advantage early on for the German. First minute away, and it is Schwarzen in the lead one more time, both in games and in damage. Does have lots of little ways to deal with that Sparky. No E-Wiz, no Zap, but Cage, Spears, Log to make some room. and Rascals as well. So a lot of swarmy stuff to go for surrounds, make things annoying. And of course, no small spell for Adrian that's effective on those Goblin barrels. Good matchup here for Schwarzen. Dark Goblin running roughshod on the right-hand side. Zap trying to help, but that's 143 on the right-hand lane. Schwarzen probably has this one locked up as we go into the final minute of regulation play. So setting up big is Adrian on the left-hand side. Could one big push do it for Adrian? Yes. Will it? Probably not in this situation. Gonna sack that tower. And now we'll see if this giant push can get it done. It is raged up. Sparky does connect on tower. Surround does distract the Sparky, but a good zap. And now Sparky trying to get it done here. Can it connect one more time? And just like that, Adrian Piedra extends us at least a little bit longer. The question now is, can he deal with these Goblin barrels? And just completely loads up the defense, picks up the Bandit as well. Did I just curse Schwarzen here? Log and Rascals should be enough to control. The Rage, though, such an X factor with this deck, even playing a no Heal Spirit version. And you see Schwarzen falling a bit behind on defense, or on Elixir, I mean. Bandit does not connect. The Dark Prince picks up 847, so a lot spent by Schwarzen to try to get more damage. And his opponent has a Sparky, now a Goblin Giant behind it. A whole lot on tower right now for Adrian Piedra. Nightmare scenario for Schwarzen right now. Rage down, Rascals behind, will clean up the Sparky. Final minute 15. Again, it does feel like Schwarzen should win this at this stage, but got it wrong once already. Man, that Rage just changes everything. Can Adrian get one more troop in front of this Sparky? Mini P.E.K.K.A connects one time. A second connection from the Mini P.E.K.K.A. That is absolutely huge. Surround on the Sparky, 1541 to 603, 41 seconds left. Adrian Piedra just trying to keep these Goblins from doing too much damage to his tower. 432. Remember, spell cycle situation very different now. Schwarzen does okay damage with the Fireball there. Log gets rid of the Sparky. Adrian Piedra has 15 seconds to try to make something happen, and a nice Rascals to pull that Dark Prince zap. Does keep the damage from getting on tower, but that's going to be a GG well played. Adrian Piedra made it close, made it exciting, but Schwarzen does hold on against the onslaught to take the 2-0 lead. Adrian Piedra made that exciting for sure. Have I ever cast a game where someone played a ban card? I'm sure I have. And that means insta-loss. There you go. Could Schwarzen make it 3 clean sweeps in a row today? He certainly could. He certainly could. Wow. This has been nutty so far, guys. Absolutely nutty. Game number 3, potentially the last game coming up here. A lot of blue on the left-hand side of the screen. Barb Hut for Schwarzen. Double bait here for Adrian. Grinder bans our Baby Dragon and Heal Spirit. A lot of troops there clumped for the Princess. And Log might be a half step early there with that graveyard still being around. Princess goes down. And oh no, the Log from Adrian. The Log from Adrian just opens the door up. Poison gets on the Dark Goblin. And huge lead change. Schwarzen getting ahead with the first minute of gameplay away. Easy bar barrel there. That Log was just a little bit early. That Log was just, you know what it was trying to go for was stop the tankage at the bridge, but then nothing really remaining to deal with the actual skeletons.
Gotcha.
Thanks for the stay safes and on fires, Lady Royale, Jorgen, everybody over on the Trovo side. Do appreciate your support. Big event coming tomorrow, of course, $100 open one more time. I'll link that at the end of the show. Goblin Barrel into the back, Eva's to the front. Schwarzen with a big of a mistake there, he knows it. And there you go. Holding on to the log a little bit later is Adrian Piedra getting a good log on the graveyard this time. Easy choice there from Schwarzen on the poison. Gonna go Skelly Dragon's High, Bar Barrel for the Gobs. And the Barbarian does do a little tankage there as well. 598 to 1129, final 40 seconds of regulation. And Adrian doing a good job of varying Goblin Barrel placement in this one. Right, has not been going pierce around, has been to the side, to the back corner, all over the place. Knowing he's against Bar Barrel, knows that's the best way to maybe get a little bit of chip every single time rather than just give a free -1 trade. Tower down. So can Adrian Piedra do it this time? Nope. Schwarzen reads that one like a book, locks things down, and it's going to be 3 sweeps in a row. Schwarzen with the 3-0 and joins Vitor at the top with another 3-0 player. 3-0 to 3-0. And Adrian Piedra falling to 0-3 now. Going to be very hard for the Aztec Eagle to climb back into this event. Oh boy. Schwarzen looking great. Vitor looking great. What an interesting day of Clash Royale this one has been. We'll see the current group standings in just a minute. But I'm telling you right now, teams got to be looking at Schwarzen and Vitor. They really do. And it's not just what they've done in these last 3 matches, what they've done throughout 2020. Throughout the last year, or from CCS, Clash Contender Series back in the end of 2019, through to here. Both these guys have certainly earned a look. Wouldn't be surprised with some of the shakeups we know are happening in CRL West this season if one of them gets signed as a last-minute signing. Game number 1. This one almost got close. You see the mortar connects onto the left-hand side. But look at this miner come in and a perfect zap on the spears. And that was smart play there. You see Adrian went with the Goblin Gang in the back opposite side, expecting it the miner to go away from the spears. Instead, Schwarzen just goes, no, I'm going to go right here, and then you do whatever you want. And this one, it was one push from Adrian Piedra that kept him in the game, but not enough for the win. And then here we go, game number 3. And again, this one got tight. This one got tight, but a couple graveyard defenses just don't quite go the way of Adrian. Dart Goblin steps up into range. Poison takes care of business. And that's the GG. Well played. And we'll see standings in just a moment, guys, but what a day of Clash Royale it has been. A fast one. 3-1 in the first match, and it felt like after the way that those two in the first match, Mini and Wolfstochter, went back and forth, we'd be in for a long day today. Instead, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Just 3 clean sweeps. Here you go. Take a look at the standings as they are on day 3 of 7 in this stage. Vitor and Schwarzen, both of them probably one match away from clinching. If either of them can get to 4, 4 is probably the magic clinch number here to get in. I don't know if that's mathematically 100%, but I believe it would be. So Vitor and Schwarzen have both pretty much punched their ticket, barring a massive tilt and fall apart here. Airsurfer and Miniminter now move into the top for the moment, but 2 and 1 certainly not safe at all. Wolfstochter and Boss both falling into the bottom part, and StarWars and Adrian Piedra both might need to win out to make that top 4. I don't know, again, maybe there could be a 3-4 player who moves on if Vitor and Schwarzen go crazy, right? If they both go, 6 and 1 and 7 and 0, then you could find a 3-4 player moving through, but going to be real hard. StarWars and Adrian Piedra both need to have a lot of work to do in this event. But the numbers from Vitor and Schwarzen have been crazy. Where can we see the East qualifiers? Guys, East qualifiers are available. All the qualifier videos are available here on the No Tilt YouTube page. For those of you trying to go along. King asking, when is stage 2 starting? Well, that already happened, King. We're in stage 3. Lawler saying, I think 4 was not enough. 5 would be enough, probably, to clinch. We'll see. 4, I think 4 will clinch, but we'll see. Guys, if you haven't yet, by the way, make sure you like this video, subscribe to it, and hit the notification bell because there's a whole lot. There's Clash Royale every single day between now and Sunday. And, of course, more great Clash Royale content in the pipeline coming in from No Tilt. And, of course, talking about other cool things to like and subscribe to. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I'll go ahead and throw that link in the chat one more time for a chance to win. I'll be doing a drawing from one of my subscribers will win the box. The Victor Go the Spoils box from Supercell. No more Clash Royale, no more Supercell shop. Only way to get your hand on these besides overpaying on eBay is to win one of these giveaways. So there you go. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel for a chance at winning one of those giveaways. And of course, if you want to play some competitive Clash Royale tomorrow after the No Tilt Western broadcast, I'll be doing a $100 open on my tournament. Download the Geyser app to play. And you can go ahead and compete for $100, doing that every single week, sometimes more. So go ahead, download the Geyser app, and you can get a shot at winning your chunk of $100. Will be more of those as well. Guys, that's it for today. It's been a whole lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed the No Tilt World Championship. For everyone at No Tilt Clash Royale, I'm Rich Slayton. It's been fun. We'll see you back here again, same time tomorrow for Day 4 of the Western Stage 3 as we get closer and closer to crowning the next Clash Royale World Champion. See you tomorrow.